Okay, let's dive into this explainer. You know, we spend so much time obsessing over spreadsheets and bank statements, right? We're totally convinced that we're buying things purely out of logic and necessity. But actually, beneath all that math, there's a completely different unspoken economy at play. Today, we're digging into our source material to explore a concept that might literally flip your entire understanding of personal finance on its head: the social currency of financial influence.
So ask yourself this: are you truly in control of your own money, or is your inner circle silently swiping your card? It kind of feels like a mystery waiting to be solved, doesn't it? Like a financial true crime story happening right inside your own wallet. I mean, we fiercely hide our PINs, we protect our identities from shadowy strangers online, but what if the greatest drain on your resources is actually the people you grab dinner with? Let's look at the primary evidence our source material lays out to uncover who or what is really authorizing your spending.
What is genuinely jarring about our source text is how bluntly it names the culprit behind our unexplained expenses. It's our friends. It doesn't point the finger at massive corporate marketing campaigns or even inflation. It points directly at your immediate social environment. And look, we all want to believe our friendships are completely detached from commerce. We see our friends as a source of support, a source of laughter, definitely not as financial influencers. But the reality? The people you choose to surround yourself with inevitably act as a mirror. And that mirror, it starts dictating how you value your own money.
To truly grasp this, we have to define what's actually being traded here. It's called social currency. This is the hidden value, the expectations, and the financial influence exchanged within a social circle. Think about the last time you went to a painfully overpriced brunch just because the group chat chose it. Come on, you weren't just buying avocado toast and mimosas, you were paying a premium for inclusion. We basically exchange our hard-earned dollars for this unspoken tax to belong. It is the exact mechanism that leverages our deepest human need for connection into actual, literal spending.
And this creates a really stark contrast between what we think we're buying and what we're actually buying. On one hand, you have personal necessity. That's your logical brain saying, hey, I need shoes so my feet don't hurt on the walk to work. But on the other side, social currency. This is why you don't just buy any shoes, you buy the specific, incredibly expensive brand your peer group respects. The necessity gets you into the store, sure, but the social currency, that dictates the price tag at the register. The friction happens because we kind of lie to ourselves, categorizing a social currency purchase as a plain old personal necessity.
Now, if you asked most people to draw a chart of their spending, they'd probably make the personal needs slice massive, right? And maybe they leave a tiny little sliver for peer pressure. Well, the data in our source material flips that completely. Your social circle's influence isn't just a tiny sliver. No way. It is a massive chunk of your financial pie eating up your budget. It's the vacations you take, the gifts you buy, the standard of living you maintain, literally just to keep pace with the people around you. It's this enormous piece of your financial life that is entirely dedicated to the expectations of others.
But here's the thing. The real warning in the text hinges on one very specific word: silently. They silently shape your financial behavior. And honestly, that is the most dangerous part of this entire phenomenon. I mean, think about it. If your friends handed you a monthly invoice for friendship maintenance, you'd push back immediately, wouldn't you? You'd be like, what is this? But it doesn't happen with loud demands or ultimatums. It's just a passing comment about a nice watch or a shared expectation of what a good weekend looks like. Because it's silent, our defensive walls stay completely down. We don't even realize the shaping is taking place.
So how does this actually work? The mechanics of this psychological shaping happen in a very specific sequence. It starts with the social circle you choose. Actually, scratch that. Essentially, you are choosing a financial demographic. And because this influence is wrapped in the warmth of friendship, it completely bypasses your logic. Your brain's critical financial filters, they just never activate. From there, the shaping begins. It is never one giant purchase. It's 100 tiny, silent upgrades to your lifestyle over time, until ultimately your financial behavior is totally tethered to the group, reflecting their collective average rather than your own individual goals.
We so often try to blame 1,000 different complex factors for our financial stress, don't we? The economy, our salaries, inflation, unexpected emergencies. But the source material simplifies this beautifully. It suggests there is often just one primary, invisible force operating in the background of your wallet: the collective behavior of your chosen peers. If you can identify this single variable, if you can just shine a light on that number one source of silent shaping, you hold the key to regaining your financial autonomy. You don't have to fight 1,000 different battles. You just have to recognize the one prevailing current that's sweeping you along.
Which brings us to a final, lingering thought. Before you make your very next purchase, ask yourself,
who is really spending this money? Is it the independent, logical you with long-term goals? Or is it the version of you that simply wants to fit in and participate in the social currency of your circle? The source text tells us that our friends silently shape our behavior. But the only way to break that silence is to start asking the question out loud. So the next time you tap your card, just pause. Understand the invisible forces at play. Because once you finally see the shape of the influence, you can decide for yourself if you actually want to pay